I am declaring United States of America's first war on crime.
As a director, you get deeper and deeper into what it would have felt like and looked like to be alive at that moment. You try to recreate that. The challenge is trying to make 1934 be alive. As vivid, as complex, as detailed as 2/17, a Thursday afternoon in 2009.
Since escaping from this Indiana jail, Dillinger, who boasted no bars could hold him, has caused the death of 4 more persons.
The jailbreak, Crown Point, Indiana, which we actually filmed in the actual jail that he broke out of and broke him out the same way, not because of a slavish adherence to reality, but because you couldn't imagine anything any better than what he did.
We walked into a ruined building. It looked like a bomb had gone off. Piles of bricks, open holes to the street. And I thought we were just going for a research trip, you know, and suddenly I realized that Michael and Nathan were talking about shooting there. And it was like, guys, what are you talking about? But Michael said, no, we're shooting it where it really happened. He will only shoot on location. He will not build a set. And if there's any chance of working in the place that the action actually happened, you're going to do it.
It's a very strange breakout, and it was very specific. So to go to the real place, we didn't have to make anything up. It was the real corridors, the real geography, which was fantastic.
Standing in the cell that John Dillinger was in, and this is where he broke out.
You're kind of similar around here. Your leg inspired in young blood, probably over there.
And it was a little spooky to be in that cell and say, John Dillinger, this was his cell.
You're turning around and you put your head back and he's feeling it, and you're heading out.
Come on, son. Enemy's going places.
You gotta get out of that first.
Go bags. I'll do it if I have to. Don't think I won't.
Open up!
To be in that cell block and in this same exact place that he had been incarcerated and to live through that experience. It's just so magical.
On stairs. You don't went down these stairs. These stairs. You know the way. For sure. He comes through here.
Boom. Open up!
That wasn't real, was it?
The Dillinger gang fled to this lodge called Little Bohemia. The bullet holes were still in the walls from this gigantic shootout that occurred there.
Where do they shoot from? Where's the first shot fired?
Michael wants it faced out.
Michael will find a way to shoot something in the exact same place that the original story happened.
The Dillinger mob hid away in this Wisconsin.
He feels very strongly that that brings about a sense of reality for himself and the actors and the camera that, you know, you can taste it on the screen.
That means a lot to an actor and to a director to find yourself in those environments where you can kind of suspend your disbelief.
How'd you find this place?
Don't worry. Nobody will find us. Come on.
Michael was adamant that we go to places like that. His attention to detail is, you know, unparalleled.
Action.
Cut. Tail stick speed mark.
It's possibly kind of symmetric on every window, you know. It's very important for me as a cinematographer to know that you're in a place that is the right place, the real place where things that happen. There's so much you can collect, story-wise, I think, by shooting in a real location. There are minimal things which are just, you know, have a huge value.
They're shooting out these windows, bang, bang, bang. Not the fill's not enough. Roberto. Roberto. It's going to be going from firing at Purvis to firing at Winstead. You like that?
On our first visit to Little Bohemia with Michael, he definitely felt inspired for this scene and immediately started to think about how to shoot it.
I nailed the Purvis.
You could tell that he was falling in love with the location.
Places can talk to you, the physical reality can kind of talk to you. When you could put your hand on the doorknob of the bedroom that John Dillinger put his hand on as he was trying to escape out of this FBI invasion, it starts to really be significant.
That was intense. That was intense. You know, like you said, the fetal position. I was down there, man.
Firing from the place that he was firing from. Escaping out the window that he escaped from. Running through the woods that he ran. I mean, you can't imagine how useful it is to be able to just be in the situation that he was in.
Being in those woods, just sitting silently for a while, knowing that the man that you are portraying sat in this very spot.
I'm open to the bomb. So I'd have
was actually fired upon and fired back.
And then
I think it's incredibly helpful.
Someone got out!
Is it Dillinger?
I think so!
With the biograph as well. You know, we shot everything right there. We rebuilt the street. We rebuilt the front of the biograph.
Nathan would transform entire blocks, I mean several blocks, beautifully, down to the pavement, everything.
There was a photographic record of how this street looked at the time he was shot. The street is now gentrified, and there's masses of changes since the 30s. It was all kind of wrong. The bones were there. So we sort of came to the conclusion early that this was going to be the big street.
Dillinger was lured to this North Side Chicago theater by the woman in red. It was past these stores that he and his girlfriend walked as they left the theater.
And that started with the biograph. From the biograph to the alley where it's shot needed to be an exact replica. And really that meant refacading that whole stretch.
A pyramid of apples, you know, we could start it. Yeah.
And then we dressed the other side of the street and we put back in the trolley tracks. You start to realize that you're going to see further down the street and you've got to add more and you've got to deal with traffic junctions and, you know, you need the city's help. Plus, the joy of that period was all the great signage and the great lit signage, so it was important to get some great signs made.
It was incredible to be standing in front of the biograph, and pretty much as far as you could see, it was 1934. From the marquee lights to the building storefronts, roads, to everything. It could be the tiniest detail, but to look in a storefront and see a can of Clabber Girl or a Palmolive soap from 1930, you know. But those things add up and count for a lot. Down to the cigarettes people were smoking, the sound of the shoes on the pavement.
I will light my cigar when he's coming out.
The alley that Purvis waited in, where he lit his cigar from to signal the guys to move in. You know, I was standing right there in that exact same spot.
Walking out the front door of the Biograph Theater and taking the very steps that he took when he was taken out. It was spooky. And it was a kind of a slow, amazing moment, like poetry, you know.
I engineered it so that we were able to stage it exactly where he was. He died on the same square foot of pavement that Dillinger died on.
Once again, reset, please.
Go to 2, back.
My head lands exactly where his head landed. It sent chills, you know. For an actor, it's a real gift. You're completely fed by your surroundings. You are in 1934. You're in it, completely in it, you know.